Hello there. My name is Paul K. Conti Jr., and this is an introduction to the Coaching for CEOs program. It's an educational leadership program designed to throw jet fuel on your networking efforts. You know, there's a direct correlation between your net worth and your network. And the strategies and concepts I'm going to share are definitely going to enhance your existing networking partnerships while helping you create brand new networking partnerships with professionals you may have never thought you'd be making money with. On the marquee, folks, it's going to read something like this. Paul Conti is going to show you how to make money in ways you're probably not doing now. I know it's a bold statement, but I can back it up. I've been doing this for years with fantastic success. I'm going to share a couple strategies with you today, but before we do, let's take a little quick peek behind the curtain at some of the ways that I look at things in an unconventional manner and the way that I reframe and redefine a lot of words and phrases, not just for the benefit of the program, but most importantly, to reprogram and recode your processor chip. Before I share these strategies, I'm going to highly encourage you to get a playbook. Here's your first example of a reframe. Playbook, not a notebook. I'm done with school, folks, but I do want to keep learning. I'm just done with school. Not a notebook, and certainly not a workbook. Workbook? Grab your workbook. Let's go to work. I don't want to go to work. I think work stands for while others repeat crazy. I don't want anything to do with that grind. I want to be paid to play. I want to be paid to have fun. And I got news for you. The playbook is nothing more than a probability chart, a collection of data to help you make that important decision. I'm going to give you an example. Whenever you look at a professional game, sports game, where you see the coach on the sideline with a big plastic chart or a book that they're reading through, or there's something on their sleeve they're flipping through, right? Data. It helps them make that challenging decision. Takes emotion out of it. That's exactly what this is going to help you do. I'm going to give you a real world example right now. Are you aware that upwards of 70% of American family households do not have a will? No durable power of attorneys, no directives for finances, and no medical directives either. Can you imagine? That's a scary thing. It's just a lack of education. But how do we take that data and monetize that? How do we make money with that? Let's take a look at a real world example, and let's assume for a second that I'm a real estate professional. And last year I closed 30 transactions, and 20 of those 30 transactions were families. That means that 14 of those families need the services of an estate planner. Imagine this phone call from the real estate professional to the estate planner. Hey, listen, guy, I got 14 clients that I'd like to give to you. Can you take care of them like I've taken care of them? And then can we establish a partnership? Let's flip the script. I'm the estate planner. I'm calling the real estate professional. Hey, my friend, listen, every single year I have about 14 clients that want to downsize from their primary home into an assisted living facility. Or God forbid, they pass away and they need to sell the home. Can you help my 14 clients with that? You got my attention. Now take inventory. How many of you are giving or getting those phone calls? How much real estate professional business from your clients that you closed last year did you get from an estate planner or an elder care attorney? Let's take a look at another example for you. How about a wedding photographer? A wedding photographer. We're working with one right now that does over 100 weddings a year. I want you to think about this. How many lives are impacted by a wedding? Well, once they get married or right beforehand, they want to buy a home. We need a real estate professional. We need a loan officer. We need a title insurance agent. We need homeowners insurance. We need automobile insurance. We need what? Maybe an umbrella policy, maybe even a term life policy. We need a financial advisor to help them with all the money that they got for the wedding. We might need a contractor for the house. We need a home inspector. Look at how many people benefit from that. Take inventory. How much business did you get last year, last quarter, or last month from a wedding photographer? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Creating new networking partnerships with professionals you may not have thought you could be making money with. Let's talk about another reframe or a recode. It's in the title, Coaching for CEOs. CEO, most people would say that it stands for Chief Executive Officer. And you know what? You'd be right. The boss, the person in charge. I actually think everybody is the CEO of their lives. But with relation to what it is that we're teaching here, it could also stand for capturing every opportunity. How about cultivating every opportunity and then celebrating every opportunity? Like the two examples I just gave you a moment ago. Lastly, as I summarize now, I believe that the Coaching for CEOs program also solves a problem most people weren't aware they even had. Most folks are going to these networking functions early morning, late at night, away from your husband, wife, family, etc. You're meeting with strangers, you're going through your resume, you're talking about how awesome you are and how awesome your company is, and for a lot of people that works quite well. And there are also a lot of people that don't like that and it doesn't work quite well. Either way, it doesn't matter. What we teach, again, will enhance that and help you create more of your own. The education we provide enables you to be a builder and not necessarily just a beggar. We don't have a handout, we have a hand up, and I'll teach you that strategy in another chapter. If anything that I've shared with you today resonated with you, struck a chord, you're going to want to go to the website, Coaching for CEOs. It's actually the number 4, Coaching for CEOs. Go to the side of the website. After this bio, this introduction that you see here, you're going to notice a whole bunch of chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those chapters are like chapters of a book, except they're in video form. Watch it again and again and again. It's going to help you delve deeper into the program, the concepts, what's in my head. I do a lot of mapping. I talk about the acronyms. You know, the mapping is incredibly important. I say all the time, if you don't draw the map, you'll never find the treasure. Here's a beautiful example of that. CEO, board of directors. We'll talk about that in a later chapter. Again, go to the website. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this introduction.